Hi, I'm Erin.
I'm Iris.
Hey, I'm Will.
My name's Patrick.
My name's Will, and I'm one of the mentors for ICANN.
My special interest is music. I just love playing it, listening to it, and reading about it. Just totally nerding out about anything music. And I also have a cat named Morris who's right behind me.
I love to game, read, and write stories. My favorite game is currently tied between Minecraft and Among Us.
I enjoy gaming and going out with mates, rowing, spending far too much time in the gym, and travelling.
My biggest passion and interest in life is animals. Since I was a very young kid, I have had a massive interest in animals. As I've gotten a bit older, it's diverged more in the way of reptiles. So reptiles are my number one interest at the moment and will be for a very long time. But I own many different types of reptiles and other animals included. But I think reptiles are one of the most interesting animals on the planet, and it is just my biggest interest. I own different types of geckos, lizards, snakes, frogs as well. I really like frogs, they're one of my favorites. But that is my biggest passion in life.
When I'm not teaching ICANN sessions, my main passion is Formula One. I love Formula One and cars in general, actually. They're just, I absolutely love them to bits. So when I'm not doing ICANN, I'm generally playing racing games playing a lot of racing games, playing games with friends in general, and watching Formula One races.
When I'm not working, it is looking after my animals, making sure they're being fed, got water, enclosures are clean, they're all healthy, being active. It is just basically looking after my animals. So I've got different types of frogs, which I make sure the water's clean. Ferrets as well. I've got a couple of ferrets that I really love, and making sure I'm spending time with them, playing with them, enclosures clean. It is just basically animals in my life.
When I'm not working for ICANN, I'm either playing the clarinet, I'm reading, or I'm probably in the kitchen cooking a curry or rewatching Star Wars.
I'm a full-time health and therapy student at La Trobe, and I'm also a domestic social support worker.
I'm studying at TAFE to get my certificate in community services and working towards becoming a psychologist.
The thing I'm most proud of definitely has to be my snake catching. So ever since I got interested in reptiles, I wanted to be a snake catcher, and I'm happy to say I've achieved that. So I am a qualified snake catcher. I got all the equipment. I go out and catch snakes now and then, because I absolutely love snakes. They're a reptile as well, obviously, and it's just being able to help them out, because I think snakes are very targeted animals in like media and stuff like that. They've got a very bad reputation, so I wanna help them out and make sure they can be happy, safe, healthy, and a part of the ecosystem.
The thing I'm most proud of is getting through high school and pushing myself further to get into university. This was a struggle for me, and I'm so glad that I pushed through. Is finishing year 12 really opened up a lot of choices and opportunities for me career-wise.
So a time I saw a mentee say, "I can," and achieve something. Ooh.
Oh, that's a tough one, and it's going to be hard to choose one without gushing over all of them. But I guess there was one instance where we had a more musical mentee in a school group, and he mustered up the confidence to play a couple of instruments in front of the rest of the group. And it wasn't until later we learned just how monumental that had been, and how proud his parents, his teachers, and even the principal was of that. He'd really struggled to come out of his shell until that point. So yeah, that was a really proud moment.
I've seen a lot of mentees really start to say I can over the time that I mentored. But I do think my favorite is when a really shy mentee in my group really came out of their shell and made some really good friends by doing so. I was so happy to see them really believe in themselves and their abilities, and just how amazing they are.
I reckon a recent one I can remember off the top of my head wrapped up a session. It was like the last session, and one of the mentees told me that they basically thanked me for the sessions, because we provided a area for them where they could talk to some people, and provide like an area where they felt a little more comfortable talking to people. So they have a bit of trouble socializing. We kind of provided an area or an output where they could feel safe in doing so and a lot more confident. And they really enjoyed the program, and basically said I can to being able to socialize and find new friends and stuff, because it can be hard sometimes. And we kind of we kind of showed them that it is possible, that you can find different people and groups out there that you can feel comfortable to talk to.
I'd say the thing I'm most proud of in terms of working with ICANN was I was once working at this primary school, and there was this kid who was really struggling to open up. He needed a lot of encouragement to talk about anything. He was just so nervous. And over the course of the sessions, me and my partner managed to get him to open up a lot. And by the end, he was comfortable in talking about himself and expressing himself. And it was just such a fantastic experience. It was so magical to see this kid go on this incredible adventure and journey into really becoming comfortable with who he is and about themselves.
The best thing that I find about working with ICANN as a mentor is really getting the opportunity to meet so many amazing neurodiverse young people. And I love seeing my mentees grow in their confidence and in their abilities.
Watching these kids and being able to help them grow and become comfortable with themselves.
The sheer fulfillment of helping others that experience even the same strength and challenges you've gone through before. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't see a little bit of myself in many of my mentees.
I believe that feeling you get from seeing one of your mentees really bloom and realize their own unique potential is the best part of being an ICANN mentor. Knowing that you may have made a slight difference and given that mentee the slight nudge that they needed to follow their passion and believe in themselves is more rich and rewarding than any material thing or item.
Best thing is definitely for me is just knowing that I'm kind of helping people out. So I used to be a mentee myself, so when I was at high school, ICANN Network came to my school and I was participating in the programs, and those programs really just helped me out a lot, understanding things and kind of helped create who I am today, and knowing that I'm doing similar things to people now is a great feeling.
Being a mentor with ICANN is such a fantastic experience because you get to work with such fantastic people and you get to help other people feel comfortable with themselves.
Mentoring, like I said just before, is pretty fulfilling. And the people you meet and the bonds you forge with them, in my experience thus far, are some of the greatest I've had. And the team behind the scenes are a riot. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's a very fulfilling job. You get to help people out, traveling to different schools, working with different amazing individuals with awesome interests. I reckon that's another thing I really enjoy is learning about all these interests the others have, all the mentees I work with, and the other and your fellow mentors and other people who are part of the ICANN network. Absolutely amazing group of people who definitely makes working for the ICANN network really enjoyable.
The reason I became a mentor is because I wanted to make someone else feel just as amazing as I did when I joined my first ICANN program. So I believe that is why someone should consider becoming a mentor. It's sure to be an experience you'll never forget and take with you through life in whatever you pursue.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Have a great day at the expo.